Welcome back, race fans, to the All-American Racing League Truck Series presented to you by Callahan Cox Motorsports. This is the Sim World Racing Network, and I am your host, David Hillbilly Hara. In the booth with me, as always, David Lafano. David, how's it going?
Hey, not too bad. Glad to be here in Miami.
Yeah, Homestead Miami for this second race of the round of 8. I believe this is the second. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. So second race of the round 8. Talladega was last week. That was won by Travis Rodriguez. So he locked himself into moving to the next round. However, Travis, unable to make it tonight, will have to make it through on points. Let's go ahead and take a look at our point standings for the round of 8 to show you who's below the cut line and who's above it and all of that good stuff. Let's go ahead and break that out for you. So as you see the points on your screen, those in green are currently above the cut line. Blue should be locked in. However, like I say, Travis Rodriguez will now have to go in on points. It will deduct points from what he has there at the 5,000 you see. But when we get down towards that cut line, we've got James Nelson just 11 points below the cut line. Michael Boone 13 points below. Benny Campbell 26 points below. Chad Snyder, negative 45 points, needs to maximize his points on the day. However, I believe Brendan Mathia in third has elected to go ahead and drop to the bottom of this point standings as well, and he's going to just sit out the rest of the season. So there's going to be a couple of open spots here for the top 4 with just one race remaining after tonight at Martinsville.
Yeah, it should be exciting to see how this all shuffles out. Like I said, we got 2 races before, well, basically to decide our final 4 or our championship 4 heading into Phoenix there in a few weeks.
And here we are at this 1.48 mile speedway. We have what our laps? Lap count tonight is 134 laps, but we're going to have a couple of stage breaks, if I can find those right quickly. First stage will end at lap something's not right with the points, or with the stage breaks. Not sure. Oh, there they are. No. Stages are at the end of lap 30, the end of lap 60, and we'll end it at lap 134. The date kind of threw me there. Not used to seeing some of the data I was seeing there. It looks like practice is coming to an end here just shortly, and we'll get started here. Race track temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies. Track temps at 96 degrees. Which, as we know, for Florida, that can quickly change. And before we get started with all that, just kind of, let the folks know in Florida and some of those southern states as well, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. Our hearts and thoughts are with you after the recent tornadoes that have kind of ravished the areas. I know now Florida's had 2 back-to-back there, so hope everyone's safe. Currently, Kenneth Pack is at the top of the scoring pylon for time here at Miami with a 33.05. James Nelson sitting second quick with a 33.35. So that's 3/10 for Kenneth Pack here at Homestead.
Yeah, Kenneth Pack really showing some good speed here tonight, so expect him to be near the front all night long.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be a fun race. So going to see a lot of these drivers ripping around the top, I'm thinking. Middle to top mostly for just about all of these drivers. Is what I expect we'll see here tonight, Dave.
Yeah, we get a little bit small field tonight, which is to be expected. We've seen it kind of drop off there as we go through the playoffs, but looks like we're going to have about 11 trucks to start the field here tonight.
A couple of vehicles crashing here over the track as I was trying to catch up with them, but I believe they came to the end of practice. Qualifying will be getting underway here momentarily. As cars start to grid up for qualifying, start to roll out, we see James Nelson heading out on his out lap. Michael Kurgelak Also heading out on track. Benny Campbell now heading out on track for his warm-up lap, as well as Randy Sprouse and Tyrone Yo. Michael Kerjelak in the Moza butt kicker for Old Spice Ford here tonight. Number 41 truck. Should be the first to take a time here. As Michael comes to the line. Actually, Nelson was the first with a 34.52. Michael Kerjelak runs a 33.76 on his first lap out. To Tyrone Yo's 34.45. Top of the charts, Kenneth Pack with a 33.54. It's Kenneth coming around to take his second lap. Michael Boone jumps to the top with a 33.52 in that number 5 Thermal Chevrolet.
Yeah, we'll see here if Kenneth Pack can bump up his time.
And he does
and
not.
He does not.
Michael Boone currently sitting on the pole. See if he picks up his second lap. And he does not as well. Looks like there's a little fall off on that second lap around. Nathan Christensen jumps to 5th quickest with a 33.77.
Yeah, Chad Snyder now on track to see what he can do here on lap number 1.
Chad Snyder in the Resurrection Detail Toyota, number 26 machine. I know Chad's been talking about needing to put in the practice here to make sure he gets a good finish on the night, so we'll see what Chad's able to do. Again, the lowest of the point standings thus far, so he's looking to get a really, really good finish, maximize stage points here tonight, and see if he can make some gains on these drivers.
Yeah, lap 1 for Chad was quite a bit off. That's going to put him in 9th. He was a 34.22. Yeah, see if he can pick it up at all on lap number 2.
Chad,
and he does up to 3rd.
Yeah. 33.70. Good lap for Chad Snyder. Alan Bledsoe is in the field as well. Not sure if Alan takes his first lap at a 34.10. The number 42 ATD machine.
It's real loose there off of turn 2 on his second lap.
Yeah, that's not going to help him jump too far up the charts there with that kind of finish, or with that kind of wiggling there, but I suspect he'll still be able to run him up. Oh, he is kind of sideways there off of 4, coming back to the line. He jumps up to P7 with a 33.88, even sideways. So, if he'd prevented a few of those little mistakes, he might have been right there at the top with Michael Boone, who is your pole sitter for tonight's race.
Yeah, it looks like everyone has qualified, so Michael Boone, like you said, will lead them to the green flag here tonight.
Once these drivers get an opportunity to start gridding up on pit road, we'll give you a full rundown of where your favorite drivers are starting here tonight. Happy Thanksgiving to all those in Canada, up in Canada. This is the Canadian Thanksgiving 134 from Homestead Miami. You know, this is the one track that's probably the furthest from Canada.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
It may be a few in Texas that are a little further, but it'd be close there.
I'm just glad we have our good Canadian friend there, Nathan Christensen, who you probably see broadcast the All-American Racing League Cup Series on Tuesday nights I'm glad we have him. He can fill us in on all those Canadian holidays that we're not familiar with. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody up in Canada.
Yeah, no doubt. And he helps us interpret the Canadian to American math from time to time as well. So that's good. It's always good to have Nathan around. As we see, your pole sitter is Michael Boone. On the outside row will be Kenneth Pack with Chad Snyder starting inside of row 2 with Randy Sprouse to his outside. Michael Kerjelak is 5th quickest with Nathan Christensen to his outside. Alan Bledsoe will start in the 7th position. Outside of him will be Curtis Auburn in P8. James Nelson starts in the 9th spot with Tyrone Yo in 10th. And Benny Campbell starts shotgun on the field in 11th position. Pace car is rolling off now. Getting ready to get this show on the road here. I think this might be the first pole for Michael Boone here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series. So congratulations on that, getting that pole award for tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be fun here tonight to watch some of these drivers at the back of this round of 8. James Nelson, Michael Boone, Benny Campbell, Chad Snyder. Someone like Benny Campbell and Chad Snyder kind of in must-win situations to be able to advance to the next round. So that's going to be fun to watch here through the next couple of races.
Yeah, absolutely. As the pace truck is off, starter has the green flag in hand. Green flag is out at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Yellow is out.
For what?
Not too sure. Maybe the start. I'm not really sure.
I didn't see any reason that the yellow flag flew there.
No, I mean, the only thing I saw was Michael Boone really didn't get a good start, but I didn't see anything at all.
So we see the pace car coming out on the backstretch. NASCAR must have seen something there, the iRacing officials, as I'm not real sure what could have caused that. I'll go back to the yellow. We'll go back and look at this restart here. Oh, let's see if we can jump to a little bit better camera for that. Let's try to see if we see anything at all.
Yeah, I saw nothing at all. Yeah, not really sure. That's a mystery, but nonetheless, the first yellow of the night comes on lap 1.
Yeah, absolutely no. I mean, there was a little bit of contact, but that was just from bumper to bumper. So we'll go back live to the field here again and see what we've got going on. That was kind of a strange situation that occurred there. So we have a new leader, Kenneth Pack. He was out in front of Michael Boone at the time the caution flew. So move Kenneth Pack up to that P1 position. Pace truck is off. We're going to try this again here. Coming to lap 4 of 134. 16 gets a really good restart. Pulls way out ahead of the field. 26 now looking to the inside of the 5 to try to take P2 away.
Yeah, it looks like the 26 is going to be able to clear off of turn number 2 down the back. Now we got Alan Bledsoe and Michael Boone side by side down through the back.
Kenneth Pack out front by almost a half a second now over Chad Snyder. Chad starting to close that gap a little bit.
I just noticed as well, Thanksgiving dinner must have ended early there for the 3 and Nathan Christensen as he has joined the field and is in this race.
Yeah, you know, and I'm wondering if maybe that caution flag came from Nathan trying to set up his software.
Yeah, I think now that I see this, you could be right on that one.
Because he has software that will go ahead and throw the caution flags for us, and it could have come out while he was getting that set up, as he did enter late here. But I hope you had a good meal, Nathan, and ready to drive this number 3 toward the front. Just a few races left in the season, folks. We have here at Homestead, next week at Miami, and then that'll cut off and give us just the final 4 cars that will race for or trucks that will race for a championship at Phoenix in a few weeks. So be sure and tune in next week for the final race of the round of 8. Find out which 4 drivers will race for that championship. Let us know in the comments who you think's going to win tonight's race as well as the championship here as we progress towards the end of the season.
Yeah, Kenneth Pack last time by found the wall on turns 1 and 2, allowed Chad Snyder to kind of close in a little bit.
Yeah, noticing
26 and the 5 on the bottom of the racetrack, the 16 up against the wall.
Yeah, Dave, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's exactly what I was going to say. You know, noticing that the 26 and the 5 both run in the bottom line. Now the 5 moves up about a mid lane there. But able to make some speed around the bottom is Chad Snyder.
I see the 42 of Alan Bledsoe closing in a little bit on the 5 of Michael Boone.
Yeah, having to tuck back in line there. Alan not running for a championship this season in the Truck Series, but out here running nonetheless. Going to try to race for wins. Oh, as we seen, yikes, the 42 really big hit to the inside wall.
Yeah, oh, he's back around. He's looping.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Boone kind of got a little loose, came down the track, and I think the 42 kind of had to make a quick move to try to avoid it. That's kind of what set that off.
Yeah, we kind of caught the replay right as the contact was made. We'll see if we can back that up just a little bit here. Yeah, Boone got loose on exit right as soon as the track started to straighten up. His nose kind of turned down, and when it did, it turned down to the 42. The 42 just loops it there, trying to save it. Second caution is out. First caution, we don't know why. This one, we have a pretty good idea why. Kenneth Pack is your leader, followed by Chad Snyder, Michael Boone, Michael Kerjelak, Nathan Christensen, James Nelson, Benny Campbell, Curtis Sovereign, Tyrone Yo, Randy Sprouse, and Alan Bledsoe. If you're only racing to lap 30, if you need those stage points, do you try to take tires here possibly?
I don't know. I think it's a little early. I don't know if I'd go for that. Maybe if a caution came out in another 10 laps or so, maybe. But yeah, it looks like everyone's going to bypass pit road.
Got a couple drivers in the back electing to come down. Randy Sprouse is coming down. Alan Bledsoe is down after spinning that truck.
Yeah, Randy Sprouse kind of clipped the rear end of the 42 while he was spinning down the front stretch. So he's going to come in and take some repairs here. Good to see Randy Sprouse back in the field. Haven't seen him here in a little bit, so good to have Randy back with us.
Yeah, the 42 slid through his box, but I mean, he came in last. He'll kind of go out last there. So not too big a deal doing it under this particular caution flag, but might want to adjust a little for the next time down pit road.
And it doesn't look like he's going to use a fast repair, so he's going to hold there and try to fix that rear bumper the best he can on the 42. Looks like the rear bumper's kind of bent in, scraped up, and the left rear quarter's a little off, but looks like he's trying to get what he can fixed.
.42 needs to get moving to avoid going a lap down here. He may have had some required repairs. Is he going to go a lap down? The 42.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to go a lap down. He just did. So, yeah, he must have had some required repairs that he did not know about.
Unless maybe he got a speeding penalty coming in, and that would be a 40-second hold on top of his. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure under yellow, a speeding penalty is typically end of the line. Usually the 40-second hold comes under green, I believe.
You may be right. You may be right.
Yeah, I'd say he definitely had some required repairs he's got to take care of. But they're stacking up. Lights are out on the pace truck.
Yeah, Ryan, this is the truck series that runs here on Sunday nights for the All-American Racing League Truck Series. So we do run the Cup Series on Tuesday nights. Pace car is off. Pace truck, whatever. And the 16 is your control truck. Fires off, spins his tires just a little bit, but still gets a decent jump out over the field.
And the 26 gets a good run on the bottom here off of turn number 2. See if he can keep it tight here with the 16. Cannot. Gonna have to fall back in line as they're battling for third behind him. Urgelac and Nelson both able to clear Michael Boone. Michael Boone's going to fight back here off of turn number 4. They're going to be side by side with the 75 and Nelson. $75 up in the wall. Yeah, Michael Boone, one of those drivers that's kind of in a must-win situation.
3 wide.
To advance that final 4.
3 wide back here for the 6th position. Now they've settled it out 2 wide as Curtis Sauber able to pull ahead just a bit there. 67 slips on the bottom. 3 is going to move to his outside.
Yeah, the 26 is Snyder now under attack from Kurgelac for that 2nd position.
Kurgelac goes high, 26 goes low. Oh.
26 able to clear for now, but Kurgelac's got that momentum. He's going to take a look low on the entry to 3.
Curtis
26 and 41 still, sorry, 26 and 41 still trying to figure out who wants that 2nd position.
Yeah, as Curtis Sauburn was getting a pretty good run back there on the back of Michael Boone. Oh, as we see 75 gets real close to the wall. 67 has to take evasive action. 42 takes evasive action as he's making his way back up through the field. Or no, back. Yeah, he's still a lap down, but he's cutting through this field trying to get that lap back the hard way. It appears my graphics are stuttering just a bit. I apologize for that, folks. It looks kind of funky, but can't really reboot it this time.
But Kenneth Pack enjoying about a half a second lead over Chad Snyder.
See if we can jump on board with Chad Snyder here for a couple of laps. Get a look at his windshield at the 16, running that high line. 26 running the low line here.
Yes, Snyder's still committed to running pretty much the white line around here on the bottom of the racetrack. Urgulak kind of running kind of a middle groove, and the 16 up against the wall, so 3 different kind of lanes here for the leaders.
Yeah, we'll see this separation between the top 2 lines with Kurgelak here. Now you can see how far apart these guys are on track. Very wide track here at Miami in the corners and down the straightaways. So a lot of room to race as we see the 26 get really close, tail happy towards the wall. James Nelson is off track here. Not sure if he came down for a pit stop or if something else happened.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna go back. I'll go back and take a quick look, see what happened.
I'm seeing he stopped on lap 19.
Yeah, he did. It looks like he came down. He didn't take tires. I'm trying to look, see if something may have happened to him.
He come down and only for a 7-second stop there, so I don't know if he just maybe took a splash of fuel.
I didn't know they were going to be short on fuel, but that's what it looked like to me. There's no tires taken on that truck.
Yeah, I mean, 30 laps, I thought they could run 30 laps here, especially with the caution flag that is run, but I don't know. It's 100% fuel, 100% of the race length here tonight.
Yeah, not too sure.
Curtis Sovereign able to get around Michael Boone and take over that 4th position.
The 42 of Alan Bledsoe desperately trying to get his lap back the hard way under green as he's gone by Michael Kurgelak, trying to make his way around.
Yeah, and you say, why does this matter? Because he's going to get it back with the lucky dog at the end of the stage in 7 laps. However, if he can do it the hard way, he can pit with these guys.
Yeah, and someone like James Nelson definitely hoping that he can get it back here, which he probably should. I'm guessing he probably took tires too on that pit stop, so showing a lot more speed out of the 42 right now. But it's going to be interesting. The 26 has caught the 16 of Kenneth Pack. They're going to race this for the stage win, so the last thing they want is another truck to kind of get in the middle of this with just a handful of laps to go here in stage number 1. It looks like the 42 is just being respectful here, letting these leaders and points guys race it out here, waiting for an opportunity to get around cleanly.
Oh, as the 26 is really loose.
Yeah, that's going to allow the 42 to kind of sneak by the 26 here. 42 is not on the lead lap. He is currently in the 10th position, a lap down, but he's going to get by the 16, get back on the lead lap here before the end of stage number 1. Which will move the lucky dog over to James Nelson in that number 75.
Yeah, James Nelson, a big fan of that move that just occurred there on track. with the 42 getting around the 16.
Oh, just a few laps to go here in stage number 1. The 26 and 16 still trying to figure out who wants to win stage number 1.
'16 to the inside now. Can't quite make it happen there yet, but side by side as they head down the backstretch. Now the 26 is going to fall in line. No, he's going to look low again. Been bottom feeding all night long.
Yeah, it looks like that bottom's is working for the 26's Chad Snyder. So it's going to be door to door.
Momentum carries the 16 past on exit. He's going to have to get clear. He's going to have to be able to clear the 16 and get up in front of him to stop that momentum run.
And also, all it's going to take is a 16 to kind of catch that wall one time. He was awful close there. It looks like this time by will be 2 laps to go here in stage number 1.
Oh, it was 26.
26. Yeah, big slide for the 26 once again.
'17 is off the pace. Randy Sprouse coming to pit road. Now, will this affect the 75? Will he get by that 17 in time? As final lap here in stage 1. Caution should fly at the end of this lap. James Nelson going to be able to stay in the lucky dog position.
Yeah, Chad Snyder that time kind of ran the middle of 1 and 2. He's going to have one more shot at the 16. '16 gets a good run on the bottom. I just don't think it's going to be enough. The momentum off of the turn gives stage number 1 to the 16 to Kenneth Pack.
Yeah, your stage 1 winner, Kenneth Pack, followed by Chad Snyder, Michael Kurgelak, Curtis Sauburn, Nathan Christensen getting 5th. I believe the caution should be flying. There we are.
Yeah, there it is.
Michael Boone in 6th, Tyrone Yo 7th, 8th was Benny Campbell, Alan Bledsoe was in 9th. James Nelson 1 lap down, but getting that last point in for the playoff points of the race. And Randy Sprouse still sitting on pit road.
I'm not too sure what happened to Randy Sprouse.
While these drivers get ready to while they're catching the pace car, we're going to go ahead and jump to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. You won't miss a thing.
Back to more racing action right after this. Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system? Look no further. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. G-Tech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at buygtech.com. G-Tech, 5346 BBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. G-Tech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holio. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holio on Facebook. Holio, made to order cornhole bags and boards. Now back to trackside act of the All-American Racing League.
All right, we're right back with you just in time for stage 1 pit stops, as everyone on the lead lap is down for their adjustments.
Yeah, Chad Snyder's going to have a bad stop. He missed his box, backed up, waited a few seconds, had to back up again.
Unfortunate for Chad.
It's going to be a bad stop there for this 26. They're going to be contact off of pit road. 26 and 67. Chad Snyder goes from 2nd to 8th on that round of pit stops. Alan Bledsoe is going to come out your leader.
Now Alan has to come. He's coming
Nope,
down
Alan's coming down now. I don't know if maybe he just missed pit road.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan was there.
Yeah, he must have missed pit road the first time by. He was at the back of the field, so I don't know if maybe by the time he got there, everyone was already down pit road and he just missed it. But
had to back up in his box there as well. But still going to go to the back there, so not too big a deal for missing his box. But he did the same thing twice there. That's something that Alan's going to want to work on as we progress through this race, because the final stage we could end up with green flag stops. As the pace truck continues to be leading this field here tonight. Getting ready to start stage 2. Stage 2 will end at the conclusion of lap 60 here in the Canadian Thanksgiving 134 for the All-American Racing League Truck Series.
it's kind of interesting. James Nelson, I'm still only showing that he was down on lap 19, so he never came down this time, I guess, to take tires.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that decision. They have 5 sets of tires in this series, I believe.
Yeah, because he should have been a lucky dog, so he should have been able to pit there second time around. Looks like he chose not to. So it looks like James Nelson still no tires on that truck.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that because there was no... I mean, there's nothing to gain by staying out if you're the lucky dog.
No, I mean everyone's going to be on fresh tires here, so that's going to hurt James Nelson. Not sure what the thinking was on that, but maybe he's got a better plan than I'm thinking of.
Yeah, we would just be speculating if we said, Dave.
Well, that's what we do best.
That's what we do. I don't know if we do it best, but we do it.
Yeah, and a big shout out. Thank you to everyone watching at home. I see Ryan was in the chat. Zulu was in the chat as well. So appreciate you hopping in here and taking a ride with us here on a Sunday night.
Kenneth choosing the outside lane here, as we do have lane choice in the All-American Racing League on restarts, choosing that outside lane. But he'll be the one to fire off first in the Geico restart zone. As we get started here, fires off. Gets a pretty good jump over the inside lane here. Able to pull out just a bit. 41 now looking to the inside, taking that low line, gets loose. 41 is loose. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, they're going to be stacking up behind him. He's stayed a good job staying out of the way.
A good save by Kurjalak. See if we can take a look at that again on the replay from a different view, just because that looked a little, we saw a little bit of the handwork inside there, but to get started here, he had a little trouble getting going on the inside lane.
26 is Chad Snyder around and on into the inside wall.
We got to cut away
Caution is out.
Cut away from that replay, folks.
Benny Campbell's around as well.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything for Chad Snyder's, but let's see what happened with Benny Campbell. See if maybe we can go back to Chad Snyder.
Yeah, Chad Snyder kind of came up the track and tried to clear himself behind 67, and
okay,
this wasn't quite clear.
Yep, so it was part of the same wreck. Initially instigated by the 27. We'll take another look and jump over to the 26's car there. So he gets into the 67, and then that's going to put him nose first down into the inside wall, I believe. Yes, makes contact on that left front. Does pretty significant damage to the left front there. So just before this, yellow folks, we were trying to take you to an issue with Michael Kurgelak. We're going to try to go look at that again. Right here on the restart. Kurgelak really didn't get going. Gets a bump from the 54. That doesn't upset the truck any. But as he turns down here into the corner, it just gets all kinds of loose. Down onto the apron, back up, trying to hold it down there to avoid any incidents, and is able to do so. So we have Chad Snyder, Michael Kurgelak, and James Nelson all on pit road here. James probably going to take those 4 tires he didn't take earlier. And he does. So left sides are up, back down again, and he's away. Michael Kurgelak is away.
Chad Snyder did use a fast repair on that one, so that's out of the window for him. That'll be it for fast repairs.
Yep, only one fast repair in the All-American Racing League Truck Series. And for Chad Snyder, that one is used up. Going to have to try to stay out of trouble the remainder of this race. Your leaders, Kenneth Pack, Curtis Saubrin up to P2 now. Michael Boone in third, Nathan Christensen fourth, and Tyrone Yo rounding out your top 5.
Yeah, so the only question or thing we kind of don't know with the points here is, like you said, with Brendan Mathia choosing to drop out, if they're going to bump somebody that was outside of the top 8 into the top 8 or not. We'll have to figure that one out moving into the final race.
Right, which that would be beneficial for Nathan Christensen, as he was the highest finisher in the round of 12, finishing in P9.
Yeah. We'll see what admins have to say and what they do, but they would have to recalculate Nathan Christensen's points if they choose to do so. We'll see how that shakes out, after this race, moving into that last race in the round of 8.
Yeah, giving you another shot of the points there, folks, so you can kind of see where your drivers came into this race. Remembering that the bottom 4 will fall out after next week's race at Martinsville. So pretty close battle there. And stage points mean quite a bit. I mean, Chad Snyder gained 8 points over a driver that would have finished in the 9th position or 10th. I mean, in the 10th position, right? So he gained. Well, yeah, he would have gained 8 points over them. So it can definitely help you a lot for sure by getting some of these finishing up front towards the end of these stages. Now, Kenneth Pack was our stage winner. However, Kenneth Pack is down in the 12th position in points. Can't improve to the final 4. But I believe they're going to recalculate points where 5th points is still up for grabs. Not sure if that's happening in this series or not, but I believe that's going to.
Yeah, so we get a little jumble up in the running order. We get the other 2 fastest trucks of the night besides Kenneth Pack, the 26 of Snyder and the 41 of Kurgelak, now kind of in the back of this field. So it'll be interesting to see if they can move their way back towards the front.
Yeah, and you've got Alan Bledsoe, who was able, now it was fresher tires, but was able to get up there and get back on the lead lap. So he passed all of these leaders at one point. Now, again, I believe he had a tire advantage there, but nonetheless, fast truck with 42.
So there's 2x2, lights are out. We're going to run to, lap 60 for the end of stage number 2.
That is correct. Green flag is out. 16 pulls ahead once again over the inside lane. The 3 of Christensen in that outside lane really didn't get going very well. But that moves the 54 to P2, and the 5 now is at P3, trying to work on P2 at the current stat. Tries this, can't quite slide up in front of the 3. Now Nathan Christensen battling back on that outside, trying to hold on to that 3rd position. 42's to the inside of the 5 of Boone. Bledsoe trying to work that bottom line, get around this 5 of Boone.
Looks like the 42 of Bledsoe able to clear the 5 of Michael Boone. Also, the 26 clears the 67 of Benny Campbell.
Move Chad Snyder back up to P6. They're having to take that fast repair. Still has a fast truck. Benny Campbell getting a little bit loose off of 4 there as they got towards the wall. Your leaders, Kenneth Pack, by 0.6 of a second over Curtis Sovereign and Nathan Christensen.
And 42 with a big wiggle off of turn number 4. Five and the 42 still side by side. Chad Snyder looking to try to make it 3 wide off of turn number 2. Looks like they're going to clear it out to 2 wide.
Now the 5 of Boone working around the outside of the 26. 26 got loose through 3 and 4 that time. They head down in 1 and 2, still side by side. 26 and the 5. 26 got him cleared, gets up in front of the 5. 5's going to try to cross him over. Now looking to his inside.
Yeah, like I said, these two drivers kind of fighting for their championship hopes here tonight. Kind of need to win a race, really, to try to advance to that championship forward. And now the 26 is Chad Snyder on the outside lane where he's not used to running. He's been on that bottom lane all night long. Now kind of forced to the top, but he's going to clear the 5 off of turn number 2.
Don't look now, the 75 of James Nelson is going to get into this battle as he's closed in on the back of the 5. Now looking to the inside of the 5 is the 75. They head off into 1. Move the 75 of James Nelson to P6. He's going to see if he can chase down this 26 of Chad Snyder.
Well, that's going on. We got a 3-car battle for the second position. We got Nathan Christensen, Alan Bledsoe, and Curtis Sovereign all trying to figure out who wants to be in second.
Curtis has it. Nathan and Alan won it. .54 is way up on that wall. The 42 is sideways. The 3 makes the pass, able to clear and move Nathan Christensen to second place. Now the 42 of Bledsoe looking to the inside of this 54 Sovereign. They race side by side down the backstretch. You're just tuning in, you're watching the All-American Racing League Truck Series, the Canadian Thanksgiving 134 from Homestead Miami Speedway. Again, happy Thanksgiving to the Canadians here that happen to tune in. We appreciate you.
Alan Bledsoe in the 42 made the pass on Curtis Auburn, but got a little loose off of turn number 4. Allowed Curtis to get back to his inside. They're going to battle down the backstretch door to door.
Yeah, still door to door as we head off into 3. 42 going to try to hold him a little tight. Now going up the track, up towards the wall. Going to try to carry some momentum off. Didn't quite work out.
Another big wiggle for the 42 off of turn number 4.
It's back to the Canadians, Dave. What do we call the Canadians? Is that our brothers from a southern mother?
I'm not too sure.
I mean, they're our brothers from the northern mother. We'd be their brothers from the southern mother, I guess.
But don't look now. Chad Snyder in that 26 has caught this group along with the 75 of James Nelson. 42, Alan Bledsoe once again loose off of turn number 4. Going to allow Chad Snyder chooses to take the bottom. Chad, I don't think wants that top side at all.
Big move from Snyder.
Nelson's going to take a look. Snyder's going to clear the 42 and go after the 54 Curtis Auburn now. Yeah, I think the 42 has slid his tires one too many times. He's starting to kind of give up a few positions here as the 75 now trying to get around him. .26 now taking a look to the inside of the 54 Curtis Auburn down into turns 1 and 2. I think this time by we're going to have about 5 to go in stage number 2.
Yeah, it's really hard to beat that momentum of the top lane. But Chad's hungry for points. He has to do it as he came in here 45 points below the cut line after the race last week at Talladega. Not last week, but a few weeks ago at Talladega to open this round of 8.
Yeah, Chad kind of played it right there. He saved a little bit of tire, but he still kept pace and kept it close to where he can kind of pounce now. But moved Chad Snyder into that 3rd position.
Not electing to block that top line, though.
No, we saw Chad make that aggressive move to the bottom when he easily had the top lane open, but he didn't want any part of that top lane, so choosing to take the bottom anytime he can. Ooh, big wiggle for the 42 in the middle of the corner, going to give up that position to the 75.
Front, Kenneth Pack still leads by some 0.5 of a second, half a second over Nathan Christensen. Nathan's starting to close that gap just a bit. Nathan's just a few hundredths quicker.
Oh, the 54 sideways, 42 in the back of the 54. Caution's going to come out. Oh, boy.
Ay, caramba.
Well, the 42, I know, has a fast repair he didn't use. He's going to have to use it here.
Go back and see what happened with Curtis.
Looks like Curtis just got loose up off of turn number 4.
Almost took out the 75, but came right back up in front of the 42. Kurgelak and Boone able to slip through. With just a few laps left in the stage. I don't know if this may be the stage break.
I'm guessing this will be the stage break right here.
So your winner of stage 2, once again, Kenneth Pack. Nathan Christensen getting P2, with Chad Snyder getting back up to the 3rd position. 4th was James Nelson. 5th was Michael Kurgelak. Alan Bledsoe finishes 6th with Michael Boone 7th. Tyrone Yo 8th. 9th was Curtis Sauburn. And 10th, final truck scoring points and final truck on track, is Benny Campbell.
Alright, I'll hop over just to verify that this is the stage.
While Dave's taking care of that, we'd like to let you folks at home know of a great idea, something you can do to clean up messes around your house. Check out G-Tech. Go to www.buygtech.com. It's evolutionary cleaners and degreasers that are safe for your furry friends, your human friends, your plants, all that good stuff. Just read their website there a little bit again. That's www.buygtech.com. Check them out.
I did confirm this is the stage break.
All right, thank you for that, David. So we see if this number one spot will help Michael Boone gain a few. He's going, his right sides are up. Looks like Kenneth is off. Yeah, I mean, it does gain a position or two. He gained a position over Michael Kurgelak due to that number one pit box. Very important to have that spot. Benny Campbell stays out. Last was down on lap 32. I'm not sure about this call. Maybe he missed pit road as well, because you're not going to benefit any by staying out here. You're going into the final stage of the race, which is going to be your longest stage of the race. So not really sure. We don't, as he comes down now, we don't score points for leading a lap. So not sure. Must have missed the pit entry or something. Or might have said, you know what, I'm at the back of the pack. Let me go ahead and let these guys get down there and take care of their service. It'll make it an easy in and out of my box, and I won't make any further mistakes. They could, hinder the rest of his day.
The stages are over. The points have been paid out. Now we're going to run it here to lap 134 to determine who's going to win this thing.
Looks like the 54 may be coming back down. Looking to get some more of that damage fixed up on his machine. 17 of Sprouse has returned to the track again, albeit 4 laps down, still back on track. These drivers should cross over this time, Dave. I believe the lights will go out on the pace car this time by. For Kenneth Pack, our leader, and Nathan Christensen on that inside lane. 16 electing to take the outside lane once again. His truck just seems to work better up there against the wall. We hope many of you at home have the day off here. If you're celebrating Columbus Day or Indigenous American Day, you can do that tomorrow or anytime this weekend. You celebrate it whenever you want, but hopefully you have the day off work tomorrow. Alan Bledsoe jumped to the pits, which would have been a tow. Was that earlier that he towed? Yeah, he is considered out of the race. So Bledsoe, the 42, out of the race. Which Randy Sprouse, for Randy, that gives him 4 laps, and he'll gain at least 1 more spot here in tonight's race. Green flag's out. Outside lane did not, or inside lane did not get going very well. Oh, is now the 26 is around in front of the 75. He's crashing the whole field there. They're maybe not the whole field. There's only a few trucks, but still. Oh man. Go back and see if we can find out what happened here. Just kind of caught it out of my eye when I look back at my screen here. Looks like the 26 is just loose on that high side. He hasn't ran this high side all night. His truck is completely loose right there, folks. He has no control. He's trying to steer it in the right direction. Comes across the nose of the 75. 5 of Michael Boone has nowhere to go. Gets into the side of the 75. Now the 2 of Yo comes plowing into the 75, back into the 26. What a mess, what a mess. Looks like the 67 able to skate by. The 17 is going to go low and get by there without doing any damage to his truck. Crazy mess there. So if I'm running in the back half of this field, Dave, I mean, do you come down and get maybe a splash of fuel here? I see the 75 coming down. Now, he was part of the incident.
Yeah, I think it's worth, if you're near the back coming down,
Well, I mean,
take a little bit of fuel, because I don't think you can make it all the way. Chad Snyder almost crashing there under yellow watching that back, but...
Yeah, you've got Michael Boone, Benny Campbell, James Nelson, Chad Snyder, and Tyrone Yo all on pit road. So from 5th on back to 9th, all on pit road now, getting damage and fuel. I doubt tires, because they probably just took tires, but nonetheless, that's going to give them a little bit of buffer with fuel at least. But I think the majority of these guys are just getting some of the damage corrected after that incident.
Yeah, I think they're just coming down, getting some damage repaired. A little extra fuel will never hurt, because like I said, I don't believe they can make it all the way. I could be wrong, but I think, yeah, that little splash of fuel won't hurt.
Now, not to send you away from us, folks, but a lot of times you can catch the end car of several of these drivers. I know you can catch Chad Snyder over on The Hanging Chad on YouTube most nights. And if you're there tonight, you might not be hearing the kind of language that you're used to hearing, but for some pretty good feedback comes out of Chad Snyder each and every time. He's still sitting on pit road. Looks like he's going to get pulled off now to stay ahead of the pack. So staying on the lead lap. But yeah, you can catch him on The Hanging Chad with 2 E's, T-H-E-E. Hanging Chad over at YouTube.com. I don't suggest you tune away from us to do so, but feel free to pull up another device and get him on so you can see some in-car action from that driver. On Tuesday night, we'll be right back here at Homestead Miami Speedway for the All-American Racing League Cup Series as we make it through the round of 8 in the playoffs on that side. So see which 4 drivers can better their current situation heading into Martinsville for the Cup cars as well. So a lot of drama, a lot more cars over there. So a lot of drama shaping up with these the way the point system works and being able to battle your way into the Final Four.
Yeah, it's definitely been an exciting playoffs for all the series here, the Truck Series, Cup Series, and the QFRL Cup Series as well. So looking forward to getting through these playoffs and watching the drama unfold.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, as they're getting lined back up 2 by 2 here. Going to go green next time by. Chad Snyder coming around the track to catch the rear end of the field. I don't know if he'll bring it down pit road maybe one more time. Depends on the damage that he has there, but see what he does when he comes around. So he does not come to pit road. He's going to go ahead and catch the tail end of the field here. Yeah, if you're watching on Tuesday night, you can jump over to Behind the Dave, and you can hear SWRN's very own Dave Lafano. You can watch from his in-car perspective as he's racing for a championship over there, trying to solidify a spot in that top 4. So be sure
you can come over and listen to me whine and complain all the race long.
He's in my ear every weekend, folks, so I can tell you that's a fact. No, it's really not, but it's funny to say so. That's it, Behind the Dave over on YouTube.
Well, it looks like Pace Truck is he gonna pull off?
He should be pulling off this time.
He pulls off. Get this thing back underway.
See if that inside lane gets a better jump. They do not. The 16 able to pull away, and 54 is going to come along with him on the outside and take over that P2 for Curtis Auburn. Kenneth Pack has been on point for these restarts all night long. When you're running up front and you control the restart, it can make it a little easier to play games with the drivers behind you.
Yeah, I feel a little bad. We haven't really talked much about Kenneth Back, but he's been out front all night long. Kind of more action back in the middle of the pack. So, but he has pretty much led from the drop of the green flag. So.
Yeah, you got around Michael Boone there on that first lap fiasco, whatever brought out the caution there. We're not really sure. But once he got that lead, he's kind of held on to it the remainder of the race here. 69 laps in at 134 here in the Canadian Thanksgiving 134 from Homestead Miami Speedway.
Yeah, unfortunately, the 26 of Chad Snyder looks like he may have a little bit too much damage to really keep pace as he's falling off to the back of this field.
Yeah, and Alan Bledsoe, I got a message from Alan. He had some things he needed to do with family there. Had to kind of drop out there halfway through this thing, so unfortunate for him. Now, not running for a championship here, but it won't allow him to be able to try to pull off a win here at Homestead Miami Speedway in the All-American Racing League Truck Series. '67 of Benny Campbell now passing Nathan Christensen there on the outside to take over third spot. Michael Kurgelak bearing down on the rear bumper. This battle's continuing for third now as Christensen's getting a good run to the inside. This truck seems to work very well on that inside. '67's a little bit loose. Still able to hold on to that momentum on exit though. Kenneth Pack up here running out front about 1 second over Curtis Salburn. Kind of feeling good about his position right now, being out front. Clean track in front of him. A second of clean space behind him there as these guys continue to battle. Kenneth's loving life at the moment. Now Michael Kurgelak kind of starts to look to the middle there, doesn't do it, thinks better of it, tucks in behind the three of Christensen. This battle for the third spot is still continuing to rage on as the 3 is not giving up this inside lane, and he's actually making some headway as the 67 gets a little bit loose there on the high side. That's going to give much more track stability to the 3 down low, so it's going to give him a little bit of advantage to go ahead and take over that third spot and slip up in front. Now he wiggles just a bit on exit, decides not to close that up. Lets the 67 get back to his outside. Move the 3 back to third. Now Benny Campbell under fire from Michael Kurgelak in the 41.
Yeah, Kurgelak in that 41's kind of been quiet ever since his mishap early on, but still kind of hanging out there within the top 5.
And now looking for P3 from Nathan Christensen. Trying to track to his outside just a little bit in that middle lane. Kurgelak with the momentum moves to the outside of the 3, down the backstretch, door to door. 3 is going to carry that momentum all the way down the straightaway. Complete the pass, move the 41 to P3. Just in front of him is the 54 of Curtis Salburn, running the same line that Kurgelak just made that pass with. Kurtz has been running the lower line behind Christensen for quite some time, so I'll be curious to see if he drops down, and he does drop down to the middle line there to get out of the wake of the 54. Once again, 3 unique lines through the corner. Kerjelak now trying to peek to the inside of the 54 on entry to 3. 54 into the wall. That's going to give the 41 and maybe the 3 the opportunity to make the pass here. Because now the 3 is side by side with the 54 heading down the front stretch. Curtis wanting to get that 3rd position back here. See, we're trying to get it back to the outside of the 3 of Christensen, but Christensen with that gripped up lower lane, really able to make the passes here. I wasn't expecting it as much as it used to be that these trucks were really fast around the top lane at Homestead, and they really are. Our leader has stayed up on the top lane. Kenneth Pack has got on that top. He got on the top side and hasn't moved.
Yeah, with that inside lane still carries, some good speed around there. Like I said, a few of these drivers have just been glued there all night long, and Nathan Christensen is one of them.
Well, if you are a Joey Logano fan, we're getting word that there's possible disqualification for Alex Bowman, which is going to remove him from the playoffs and put Joey Logano in. I haven't confirmed this rumor, but this is some information that I have just received hot off the press, that Alex Bowman may have been disqualified from today's race, putting Joey Logano into the final 8. Nathan Christensen really, really loose. He was on the high side coming off the corner there, off of 4, and really got his truck upset. He's back down to that low side now through 1 and 2. Kenneth Pack enjoying 1.7 seconds over Michael Kerjelak, Nathan Christensen, Curtis Sauber, and Michael Boone, your top 5.
Yeah, so either Chad Snyder's truck is really hurt, or he's trying to save fuel or something, as he's falling about 13 seconds behind our leader here.
Let's jump on board with Snyder and see what we can see.
Yeah, I did notice his RPM seemed to be about 100 to 200 RPMs lower than our leader, Kenneth Pack, so I'm just curious if maybe something got hurt there.
Looking at a driver trace there, throttle trace, steering trace, try to see if we can see. Okay, we're not really seeing much of the throttle trace, so unfortunately can't really tell if he's ever getting it to full throttle there. to Dave's point, if we jump up here, we've got almost 7,300 RPMs going into the corner for Kenneth Pack. I don't know what saving fuel gets you here, Dave. I mean, he was down on lap 65, so he would have had to run another, what, 70 laps almost, 69 laps from there on fuel. Not sure what they can get here on fuel, but so we look at the pit strategy grid. We've had the 2 stages, so we really haven't seen a full run. We know they can at least run 32 laps. That's the most any drivers run today. '26 is on pit road. So not trying to save. Chad Snyder takes 4 tires, gets back out on track. See if he can make up some of that time lost with fresh tires underneath that truck. Kenneth Pack has 1 win here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series, looking for his 2nd win. He's followed by Nathan Christensen. Now, Nathan also has a win here in the Truck Series, so he's also looking for his 2nd win.
Yeah, Kenneth Pack just been dominant tonight. I'm pretty sure he's led just about every lap.
He lost about 0.2 that last lap by. I'm not sure exactly what happened as we were watching him. He lost 0.2 of a second to this 3 of Christensen. Maybe just trying to conserve those tires a little bit for, a longer run. I'm not sure, but again, lost another 10th last time by. Yeah, it looks like lap times. If we go to our lap time counters here, we'll see what these top drivers are doing. See what they are at the line for Kenneth Pack and Nathan Christensen.
Tyrone Yo Jr. hits pit road as well.
Pack's last lap was a 35.53 to Christensen's 35.102. Christensen really threw down a fast lap, the fastest lap on the track last time by. I mean,
and definitely able to close within 0.6 of a second now.
Yeah, really chipping away at that time for Kenneth Pack. Running 2 completely different lines, with Kenneth being on the top lane and the 3 running that bottom lane, 3 closing right in on the back, now some 4 or 5 car lengths off of Kenneth. Still 0.2 faster that time by. Christensen closing the gap once again. Now within a car and a half. Make that a truck and a half. Still some 3/10 quicker this time by, almost 4/10 quicker than Kenneth Pack. Looks to his inside. This is the battle for the lead. No one's been able to catch this 16 and deal with him all night long. Christensen now going to try his hand at it. Is Pack able to use the momentum on the outside to pull away?
Yeah, still door to door off of turn number 4.
This lap will stay with Kenneth Pack. Just barely at the line. Now the 3's going to look down low again. Going to see if he can get clear. He's currently clear of the 16 if he can get up in front of him. Shut that door, and does. Move Nathan Christensen to the lead.
James Nelson has hit pit road as well, so these drivers still going to have to hit pit road. Michael Boone is now in.
Christensen with a very fast truck on the long run. Usually we say that about Kenneth Pack. He's always been really, really good at managing his tires. Now some 7/10 of a second behind Nathan Christensen. Both stopped on lap 59. They will be coming to pit road here before too long, as we've seen green flags stops happening already. So this may turn out to be a really good race for the finish by the end of this thing, Dave. Michael Kerjelak is some 5 seconds, almost 6 seconds behind this field, or these two drivers. As Christensen continues to stretch his legs now that he's out front in that clean air. So, I mean, if you're the leader, when do you come in? I mean, you've got James Nelson back here running 34.49 his last lap to Christensen's 35.62. So he's over a second quicker per lap right now is James Nelson, which is the first car one lap down.
Yeah, I mean, that time's going to tick down pretty quick. He's still got to, James still got to come around and unlap himself because he is down a lap. But I would assume if you're the leader, I think you've got to come down fairly quickly here. Or you're going to give up a bunch of time here to the likes of someone like James Nelson.
Now, is 30 laps enough time to make up what you've given up? So as the tires wear on drivers like James Nelson, who put it back on lap 95, currently has 6 laps on their tires. So it's only a 6-lap difference thus far. Do you hang it out there, maybe let them get 10, 12 laps on their tires before you pit? And will that give you enough time to march back to the front if you lose that much real estate?
Yeah, I'm not really sure either. I've always been terrible at this type of stuff, but all I know is someone like James Nelson is making a lot of time and a lot of ground back up on these leaders.
As Curtis Salgren is on pit road from the 4th position. Nathan Christensen enjoying about 0.6 of a second over Kenneth Pack. Michael Kerjelak 7.8 seconds back now.
Kenneth Pack is in. Oh, Kenneth Pack spins into the inside wall on the entry of pit road.
Did they get him for speeding? Oh, and
now,
got him sideways.
Now he's spinning around again.
That's going to be
Tough break.
very unfortunate for him. Michael Kerchlak is also in. But yeah, Kenneth gave up some 6-7 seconds right there.
Yeah, tough break for Kenneth Pack.
Your dominant truck on the night. Let's see what Nathan Christensen, if he decides to stay up this time or if he comes on down. He's coming.
Nathan is coming now. So big advantage for the 3 of Nathan Christensen as long as he don't make any mistakes on pit road.
Benny Campbell was last in on lap 64. He'll be coming around to try and take the lead here. It's going to move the 75 to either the lead, depending on how quickly the 3 can get off pit road here. 67 goes by.
3 is off.
Leader. Let's see what happens between the guys that have pitted. So the 67 is now the leader. The 75 is getting ready to come by the 3 now, and he was the first down pit road. Got that big advantage pitting back on lap 95. Wasn't the first down, but he was the first of the drivers who had already pitted. And now he's just behind the 3.
Yeah, this works out perfectly for the 3. It doesn't look like the 75 is going to be able to get around him here. So, yeah, great timing there for the 16 to have a mistake for the 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Benny Campbell is some 6 seconds ahead leading this race right now. But we know Benny's going to have to be down.
Yellow is out.
Oh, big break. Big break for
Sovereign.
Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell's going to have to calm down. He's going to have to... All these drivers are going to have a wave around.
I believe they're all on the lead lap. He wasn't that far, so he was way behind when he came in.
Actually, Kenneth Pack cycled out only like 3.5 seconds behind Nathan before that yellow. So it really wasn't as bad for Kenneth as I had thought.
Yeah, Sovereign just running tight on the 41. Gets up, and I don't know if it was net code. We'll try to look at that again, but... Or if he continued up the track. Couldn't really tell here, but the 41 was running the middle lane. The 54 is coming up, continuing to come up, and then they make contact, comes across the nose first into the wall.
And I'm going to step away for just a couple minutes.
Sure thing. Your leader is Benny Campbell and the number 67 Snap-on Ford. But I believe he'll come down here and get tires. Not sure any of the rest of these drivers will unless they're close on fuel. Nathan Christensen stays out. He'll reclaim the lead here, followed by James Nelson. Kenneth Pack. Tyrone Yo is back on pit road, so that'll put Michael Kerchlak up into that 4th position. Chad Snyder will be 5th if he doesn't need to pit again, and Curtis Auburn 6th. No, Chad Snyder and Curtis Auburn, Michael Kerchlak all in. So all these drivers electing to come on down. For the 41 needing to come down and get some of that damage repaired as he's missing the right front fender. Completely gone from that truck. Definitely cools that right front tire though. Benny Campbell is off pit road, followed by the 2 of Tyrone Yo. That'll put them 4th and 5th. Now the 54 Sauber rolls off. Michael Kerchlak is off. Chad Snyder still sitting on pit road, getting some of that damage taken care of. Try to make a late race run for the front. Cable back down pit road. Going to jump to a quick commercial break, pay some bills, and be right back with you in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Back to more racing action right after this. Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system? Look no further. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. G-Tech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at buyGtech.com. G-Tech, 5346 BBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. G-Tech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holio. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holio on Facebook. Holio, made to order cornhole bags and boards. Now back to trackside act of the All-American Racing League.
All right, back here with you live. Sorry about that little bit of delay there. I tried to run quickly during the commercial break, but sometimes that's not as easy as it sounds. But you didn't miss a thing, and we have them stacked back up 2 by 2, ready to get this thing going this time by. The control truck will be the number 3 inside the Geico restart zone. He will have the control of the restart. When he fires off, the 75 can then hit his throttle and go. Pace truck is off. Coming to the Geico restart zone, he fires off. The number 3 gets a good jump out over the 75. 75 going to battle back on that outside. 3 still holding that white line down on the bottom. It's worked for him so far. 16 now going to pull into second position with a big run. Now looking to the outside of the 3 is the 16. 16 going to get a great run to the outside. Has some help behind him down the straightaway with the 75 of James Nelson.
16 is going to power his way back to that front spot after his pit road mishap.
Yeah, 3 falls back in line in second position there. The 3, I think, is just waiting for the tires to come up to temp here. He was very fast on a long run. Now the 16 is going low to block that momentum. First time we've seen the 16 run low line all night long. He paid attention. He went to school with Nathan behind him, run that low line, and able to track him down and pass him. So he took that line away from Nathan that time by. Does it again here in 3 and 4. 16 goes low. That disturbs the air on the front of this 3 truck as the 75 is up against the wall. Now being passed for the 3rd position by Curtis Saubert. 4th by the 67 of Benny Campbell. Kerjelak going to try to take advantage of the 75 as well as he's now to his inside. Kerjelak now looking to the inside of Campbell. 23 laps to go in the Canadian Thanksgiving 134. Wouldn't it be something else, Dave, if our Canadian driver Nathan Christensen wins on the Canadian Thanksgiving 134?
I would call conspiracy, but that's just me.
We've seen stranger things happen. Right
well,
now,
like you said, the 16 has moved down to the bottom of the racetrack to try to take that line away from the 3.
Yeah, we tend to learn as races go on, and I think that's what the 16's done here, is he's noticed what the 3 was able to do. And is trying to match that and at least take that air off his nose if he can. Battle for second or 3rd heating up between the 54 and the 41. 41 goes low, 54 stays high. Side by side as they head off of turn 2. Back down the back straightaway. Momentum should be with the 54. They are nose to nose, side by side, door to door. Kerjalak with the advantage on exit. Can't quite get clear of the 54. Should get him cleared this time, though, if he goes on up there. Nathan Christensen now battling for the lead to the inside of the 16 of Kenneth Pack. Once again, able to get back to that low line.
Now, with just 20 laps to go, Nathan Christensen's still going to ride door to door through 1 and 2, 3 and 4, with Kenneth Pack.
Both of these drivers fighting door to door for the fresh air. Kenneth has it. Nathan wants it. Kenneth with a lot of momentum in that outside line. Still able to pull the 3 down the backstretch.
If I remember correctly, these two drivers right here tangled at Talladega in the QFRL race on the last lap, correct?
Oh, you know they may have. Let's get the drama pot stirred, Dave.
I'm trying my darndest.
Michael Boone is out of the race. Alan Bledsoe is 11th out of the race. Michael Boone's out of the race in 10th. Randy Sprouse is back down pit road. He is in 9th. James Nelson is currently 8th. Chad Snyder 7th. Tyrone Yo is 6th. Curtis Auburn is in your top 5. Benny Campbell 4th. Michael Kerjalak, Kenneth Pack, and Nathan Christensen now leading this race over Kenneth Pack by 0.2 of a second. That's just a few truck lengths, as you can see there.
Yeah, still a long ways to go here with 17 laps to go. Anything can happen. Nathan Christensen hopefully doesn't abuse those tires, and maybe Kenneth Pack can save a little bit.
Here's the thing we don't. Here's the thing we don't know, Dave. We don't know with the 99 of Brendan Mathias stepping out of the playoffs and them electing to allow. He has to be put in 9th and to put the 9th guy in. If so, this is a big move for the 3 at Christensen.
Oh, absolutely. If they allow him to move into the playoffs,
then his points from last week should have been accumulated there.
Should be updated, and a win and you're in, correct?
That's my understanding of how it would work. So this could be a Final Four showing if the 3 can win this race. That's the way I would see it working out. I saw the admins kind of agreeing to allowing that to happen as far as the 99 moving to 9th. So if that's the way it happens, then Christensen could very well be racing forward his playoff chance to run for a championship.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to look and see if Nathan ran last week in the Truck Series, or the last time they ran.
$14 laps to go in the race. Nathan Christensen out to a half a second over this battle for second between 16 of Pack and the 41 of Kerjalak. The more they battle, the more the 3 is loving what he's seeing in his rear view. Both the 16 and 41 were loose on the exit of 4 that time. Let's go. We're going to jump back, folks, to our handy-dandy lap times to see what's happening here as we're getting into the closing laps of the race here. See what happens this next time by with our leaders. I imagine the 3 is going to be faster as the 16 and 41 are battling each other this lap. Christensen ran a 34.80 to a 35 flat for Pack, a 34.92 for, so he's still a 10th quicker than these guys. They were racing side by side, mind you, but a 10th quicker for our leader Christensen. 41 gets really, really loose. So even to add more drama to this, Dave, if in fact this is a win and you're in for the 3, providing that he wins the race, that's going to put drivers like that. That's going to mix these points up. That's going to put like 3 open spots, right, in one race. So it means 2 guys are going to get in on points. We know last week's winner, Travis Rodriguez, took a provisional for this race. So he's getting scored in 12th position for this race, meaning that he still has to point his way in to the playoffs. He cannot use the win and in, which would, if Christensen was in last week's race, which we can take a look here.
Yes, Christensen was there at Talladega.
Yeah, he finished 7th at Talladega, so this very well could impact these points considerably. It's going to get exciting. So now they've settled it, still battling for that 2nd spot.
And with 9 laps to go now.
Christensen with a 35.101 to a 35.172 for Kurds in 3rd. These guys are now 1.2 seconds behind our leaders. They're still trying to battle out who's going to take 2nd spot. Benny Campbell sitting 4th. 5th is the 54 of Sauber. Chad Snyder's in 6th, trying to get a decent rebound on his day after having some issues. The number 2 Yo is in 7th, and James Nelson is currently in the 8th position. James Nelson, one of those guys currently behind the cutoff line, needing to get a few more points on the day. I know he missed out on some stage points early on as well, so not been the race that James Nelson is looking to have here at Homestead. One and a half second lead for Christensen. Seven laps to go in the Canadian Thanksgiving 134.
So the 26 of Snyder able to get around the 54 of Sovereign to move him to that 5th position. And Nathan Christensen now out to 1.8 seconds over Kenneth Pack. What a kind of change of pace. I mean, 3/4 of this race belonged to Kenneth Pack. Now it is all Nathan Christensen late in the running.
Yeah, he found something in that bottom line, Dave, and was able to get his truck to work comfortably there. You know, we've seen some guys use the bottom line, but yet it seems like they would at times slip up off the corner by trying to hold the truck down too much. Not the case for Christensen. He's been nice and stable down there, nice and smooth down on the low line here at Homestead. He's now 2.4 seconds ahead of Pack. These guys battling it out for 2nd spot has really allowed the 3 to just walk away with it with 5 laps to go here for the All-American Racing League Truck Series Canadian Thanksgiving 134. You're watching the Sim World Racing Network, and we appreciate you being here. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It's the best thing you can do on the internet for free, other than watching this broadcast. This is exactly what you bought. This is the exact reason you pay for internet, folks. So watch good racing. We know it. You know it. Hope you're enjoying it, as we're enjoying bringing it to you. Second place finally, I said it finally settled out, but then the 41 appears in my picture right below the 16. So they still battle side by side with 3 laps to go. Field's pretty well spread out other than this battle here for second. So we're going to stick with it for a little bit. Now the 41 looks to have the advantage on exit, but doesn't, as the 16 is able to carry that momentum to get right back alongside the 41. .41 now clear if he just gets up in front of the 16 there, able to take away P2. This is some 2.9 seconds now behind Nathan Christensen, your leader. So now the 16 is going to look back to the outside. 2 laps to go in the race.
Yeah, it looks like that inside lane really has paid off for, the drivers that ran it all night long. The outside lane just kind of struggling a little bit.
As here we come to the line this time by, folks, we'll have 1 lap to go. Next flag will end the race. He crosses it now for Nathan Christensen. Just 1 final lap here to win the Canadian Thanksgiving 134. He is our Canadian driver here in the All-American Racing League, the only Canadian driver we have thus far. But gonna bring this thing to victory lane if he can make it around 1 more half a lap here. Michael Kurgelak's currently sitting second ahead of Kenneth Pack as we go through turns 3 and turn 4. Exiting turn 4 for the final time and down the front stretch to the start-finish line. Your winner is Nathan Christensen in the number 3 Costco Chevrolet. Chevrolet. Michael Kurgelak will finish second with Kenneth Pack finishing third. We're going to get an interview with all 3 of our top finishing drivers here in the race tonight, but a great race for Nathan Christensen getting that victory. Let's get Kenneth Pack up here in the booth for us, Dave.
All right, give me 1 second. Hey, Kenneth, Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, man, I know it's not the finish you wanted. You kind of dominated the first 3 quarters of this race. You had the issue on pit road, we saw.
Hey, you saw it, yeah.
But I guess Nathan Christensen just found another gear there late.
He found another lane that works for him. I know there's people that can make the bottom work, and I'm not one of them.
Yeah, we were. Go ahead.
I tried it there for a little bit. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, we saw you get down there, and you'd been up on the wall all night long. We kind of talked about that, and then we saw Nathan really coming long on that long green flag run there on the bottom, and really able to make it work. Now we've seen other drivers trying that as well, and some of the other drivers tended to get loose on the bottom. But for the 3, was able to keep that thing pretty solid. But man, one heck of a run, one heck of a showing, a very dominating performance by you. Another podium for Kenneth Podium Pack. What do we say, bud?
Yeah. If I could have made that bottom work, I would have. I was really just trying to put him in dirty air mostly to see if that would work. And then I just decided to go back to the top. That's just what works for me here.
Well, listen, man, great job nonetheless. You got a P3 out of tonight. The floor is yours. Anybody you want to shout out?
Oh, I didn't even realize I'd had a top 3 and was going to be talking to anybody. But if Brother's watching or he watches later, I appreciate him watching. Appreciate y'all broadcasting the races. All the sponsors on the truck, and any other sponsors I haven't mentioned.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, we enjoy having you out here running these races. Nonetheless, we're glad that although you were taken out of the points there, I know you missed a bunch of races.
Yeah,
due to work.
I missed a bunch of races. Didn't even make the playoffs.
But
I'm still working on those in QFRL though.
There you go. Go get them, buddy. But again, congratulations on a P3 tonight.
All right. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you, bud. All right, that was Kenneth Pack in the number 16 Chevrolet getting third position tonight, Kenneth Podium Pack. And now we'll move on and talk to Michael Kurgelak, who finishes in P2 tonight.
Hey, Kurds, Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, a good run to come home in P2. Good job getting around Kenneth there late. Looks like some of you guys could run the bottom. I know Kenneth mentioned the bottom just didn't work for him. But what was it about the bottom that kind of helped you tonight?
Well, I was practicing the bottom for a while, but I watched other guys running the top, and it was fast, but I think it wore the tires out quick. But then I watched how Nathan was really conserving them, and how he just snuck up on me, passed me, ran Kenneth down. I was like, I got to try that. I got to go to that. So Nathan's one gave me the idea to get back to it. So I think it kept the tires colder, personally, but.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, you came into this race second in points to Rodriguez. Now, Rodriguez, although having a win, will have to go to pointing his way in due to missing this race. So there's a good chance it could move you to the top of the points. We're really not sure what's going to happen with Nathan and the victory, just because one position was given up in the points here. So we'll have to figure all that stuff out later. But, man, great run. You were P2 into points. Now you're P2 in this race. That's going to help propel you into that top four, hopefully, next week at Martinsville.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm not very good at Homestead, so the fact that I was able to come out with a P2, I am thrilled.
All right, man. Well, listen, the floor is yours. Anybody you want to shout out, say hi to? It's all you, bud.
I just want to say thanks to you guys, and good race to the guys, and good win to Nate. He did a real good job.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, we're going to send you back to celebrate, and congratulations again. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. That was Michael Kurgelak in the number 41 Ford getting P2 on the night. Now let's talk to Dave. Can you cue up the Canadian national anthem there?
I cannot, but maybe Nathan could sing it to us.
Okay, we'll get him to sing it for us then. Let's get Nathan in here.
Nathan Christensen, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Hey,
buddy.
Well, yeah, first, happy Turkey Day for all you Canadians up there.
Yeah, thanks very much. Picked a good time to win. Big holiday up here, and I'm pretty stoked, honestly.
Yeah, man. Let me ask you this. So for the Canadian Thanksgiving, is it turkey? Is that what you guys? Is that the main course as well?
Yeah, we
Yep.
do turkey, mashed potatoes, all that. like
Oh
you guys
man,
do.
I should have came to your house for dinner today, but no, man, you got the victory, dude, right here in the Canadian Thanksgiving 134, the All American Racing League Truck Series. You got your second win.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, second win on the season, bud. So congratulations for that. Listen, you made that low line work. When did you learn that the low line was going to work for you? Is that just somewhere that felt more comfortable for you in your truck in practice?
Actually, we ran here last Sunday, right, in a fun race with the Xfinity cars, and I was good on the bottom, and I thought I practiced yesterday, ran 30 laps on the bottom and then 30 laps on the top, and the bottom just seemed to work better, and those guys were wearing their tires out on the top, and I don't think I dropped below, I think the lowest I got on the right front was 71. So for me, same thing at Kansas a couple weeks ago in the Cup car in the other league. It was just forcing myself to slow down on entry was saving me tires, and then that's helping me on the long run.
Well, buddy, it paid off for you here in this race. Again, congratulations on that victory. Floor is yours. Anybody you want to shout out, say hi to? Anybody watching at home or whatever, floor is yours.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the guys in the league. Obviously, good race there with Ken. Once we got going on that last restart, I thought my turkey was cooked, for lack of better terms, there on that last one. But able to use the bottom when Ken went back to the top. And just thanks you guys for broadcasting. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. And check us out on Tuesday. We'll have the Cup Series back here at Homestead.
Yeah, man, definitely. Well, listen, congratulations again on your second victory here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series. Your winner of the Canadian Thanksgiving 134, Nathan Christensen. Nathan, we'll send you back to celebrate, bud.
Thanks very much, guys. Have a good night.
All right, Dave. So, man, pretty good race we saw here tonight. A very small count as far as the truck count in the race. We had 11 drivers, but Nathan Christensen got the victory with Michael Kurgelak in second. Kenneth Pack was third. Benny Campbell fourth. Fifth, Chad Snyder, after having some issues there, having to use a quick repair early, still battled back to the fifth position. Sixth was Curtis Sauburn. Seventh was Tyrone Yo. James Nelson was eighth. Ninth was Randy Sprouse. 10th was Michael Boone. And Alan Bledsoe had to exit from the race early, finished 73 laps down in 11th. I don't know, Dave. How would you sum this up, bud?
Yeah, I mean, great race. Nathan Christensen, kind of the shocker, right? I mean, no one really saw that coming. He found something. It worked for him. Kind of came on late. Once he got that lead, he just never gave it back. So, great job by Nathan Christensen, kind of sneaking one in here on these boys.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the one that learned something and gained a bunch from it other than Nathan was Michael Kerjelak, as he said, from watching what Nathan was doing and kind of jumping on board with that. It kind of worked out for him too. But this was a good race here tonight, folks. We're glad you tuned in and watched. Be sure and hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming races we have going on here at the Sim World Racing Network. As next Tuesday, Nathan mentioned, we will have the All-American Racing League Cup Series playoff race right here at Homestead Miami. And then we're off to the Roval on Friday night for the Quick Finishers Racing League. So ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single race here. And we'll catch you next time for us here in the booth. I'm Dave.
And I'm Dave.
He sometimes remembers he's Dave.
Yeah, once in a while.
Hey, we'll see y'all later. Have a good one.